How are you going to make that granola there? You don't have an oven.
Well, I'm going to make it in the roaster oven. I've already sprayed my pan with coconut oil. I'm putting down parchment paper. I have made my granola like normal, as you can see here. And I'm just going to put it in here, and I'm going to cook it just like it were in the oven. I think it may take a little bit longer, but that's okay. We're still going to get granola.
Okay.
So I'm just going to smash this down, just like I would if it were in a sheet pan, you know, that I was going to put in the oven. I've turned it to 300 degrees, which is the temperature that you're supposed to bake this at. Now it says to bake it at for about 20 minutes, but last time I did it even in the oven, it took 30. So this is how we're making granola.
Hey, Brandy, your oven's not working. Well, how are we going to do granola? Apparently not in the cooker thing.
Okay.
Because it's going to burn the house down.
Google said I could put the paper in there.
Google's lying.
I think Google failed me. So I'm just going to dump it out. I've sprayed the pan. This is getting hot.
Oh my goodness, I got to turn on. Well, you better hope that doesn't burn because that's going to be hard to get out. I hope you know what you're doing.
I hope I do too. Dang it. No. I was so excited. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on.
Okay, I gotta open the door. It's gonna set the alarm off.
Okay. Well, it has a lot of oil.
Yeah, that's what's burning. The oil.
Well, it also has honey.
No, it's the oil burning.
Well, I used coconut oil.
Well, it still burns.
Good evening. It is Monday, February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. Yay! If that's your thing. I'm just kind of like, whatever. It was fun when I taught because we always had parties, and it was a good time to teach kids how to address an envelope and write letters and all that good stuff. So, but for tonight's dinner, I am grilling chicken wings, and I have brought out my rice cooker again because I'm going to try on the Blackstone griddle. After I cook my chicken wings, I am going to fry the rice because I can't do like potatoes and stuff like that. And then I have a salad that I'm just kind of making up. And I'm just adding some stuff I have. And that's what we're going to have for dinner tonight. And when I get to the fried rice, I will do my best to show you. I've never made this before. I'll have to link the recipe in the description because I just literally Googled it. And it's a vegetable fried rice because I'm using some of my freezer stuff. So I'm using that, and I have, the only thing I think it called for I don't have is it called for some scallions, and I don't have that. I do have an onion, so I'm putting onion in it. And garlic it called for. I had the toasted sesame oil, and I have eggs, of course, and tamari. So I'm gonna use those ingredients, and I don't remember anything else. I'll have to look at it. It's on my phone, and so are you. So, but I will do my best to show you out there when I fry it up. But I just did some of the white rice in here, and that's just a white basmati. It's an organic white basmati rice, and I did it in my chicken bone broth. So it has 5 more minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my wings on the grill. We're doing a lemon pepper, and that's what we're having for dinner. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get the sauce ready for the fried rice, and The oil you kind of do in batches, but I'm going to put 1 tablespoon in my little measure here. This is sunflower oil. I don't use it a whole lot anymore, but I had this one and I'm trying to use it up. Some sesame oil, and this one you only need, I forgot my teaspoon. You need a teaspoon of it and a teaspoon of soy. I got a little over on that, but that's okay. And it's strong, so be mindful. Some people love it, other people not so much. I'm actually gonna put a little extra of the tamari. All right, so I got this and this. I don't have fresh garlic, so y'all know I've been using this, and I put extra garlic because I don't find that this has a lot of flavor. So we're gonna put, it called for 2 cloves, so I'm gonna put like 2 of those. It smells pungent, but you just don't really get the flavor like you do from the fresh garlic. All right. Need some white pepper. It calls for white pepper. It does not specify how much. So I was gonna put like, I just put a teaspoon. We'll see what happens. And the same with the salt, it doesn't tell you, so I'm just gonna throw some in. All right, so this has got all my wet ingredients, and it calls for like fresh carrot and all that. I'm just using this frozen bag mix. So I'm not gonna follow these directions totally. I'll still link it, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So I need to go ahead and I need a large egg. And I don't see a real large one, so I'm gonna do 2 regular ones. And I need to keep these separate. I don't think it'll hurt it. But I normally have a really large one. I just don't have one today. These are from my new girls. So their eggs are not as large yet. When they get older, they get larger. Oh boy. That's kind of interesting. If you can see the eggs there, the yolks, these were laid the same day by 2 different girls. One was an Easter egger and the other one was a well summer. The well summer has the darker yolk. It's pretty good. I wonder if that's a Goldie Girl one. I don't know. All right, so let's head outside. Okay guys, so to help myself, I just took the hot rice, I dumped it with the frozen veg and the uncooked onion, and we're gonna head outside. The grill is still hot and it still has the burnt pieces from our chicken wings, and I'm gonna put a little bit of that oil on it. I'm gonna throw this down and we're gonna stir fry it, and then once we get that going pretty good, I think it's good, I'm gonna put a little more oil down. You scramble the egg, you make a little place for it, you scramble it up, and then you mix it all together. So this should go pretty quick. I'm gonna do the best I can one-handed. Okay guys. Sorry. All right, hopefully you can see these pieces. I'm gonna put a little bit of this oil on. And it's already kind of greasy from cooking chicken. We live by a school, so they're playing ball. All right, so let me dump this out. Hold on. Sorry. I'll have to show you in a minute. And you kind of want to get those little burnt pieces in that rice. It's going to make it taste good. Or at least I hope it does. It should. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my the sesame oil and all of that, and I'm just going to kind of, with all the garlic, go ahead and get that going. I'm going to mix it up. I hope it gets good flavor. Alright, I'm going to show you the rest because I can't hold the phone and do the egg part. You just want to make like a little place in the center. You're going to put a little oil, scramble the egg, and that's how you do it. I just can't do both. So I'll show you the finished product. So you just kind of scramble it. You don't scramble it in the bowl. You want to scramble it right here in your little pocket. And this is probably the cooler part of the grill because there's an aisle on this side and that side. I probably should have done that. But, oh well. And so you just kind of want to mix it up, and then you're just gonna take your big old spatula or whatever tool you have, and we are just gonna mix it up. And we're gonna call this our fried rice. It goes with our wings and our little doctored up bagged salad. And this is dinner, and I think I spilt some of the rice because I'm pretty sure Odie's eating it. Alright, so I'll show you the finished product now. Alright guys, so this is our dinner. We have our fried rice. I just finished up. I will say that was too much white pepper. I mean, it's edible, but probably half as much, or even maybe a quarter the amount I used. I just added more of the tamari to try to balance it out a little bit. But other than that, it's delicious and it worked just great. And then we have our lemon pepper chicken wings and our little chipotle pepper ranch dressing doctored up bag salad kind of thing. And so that's what we're having for dinner, and I will see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's Valentine's Day, and tomorrow night I think I am going to be trying to do a baked potato in the Instapot using the trivet, because we're going to do some farm steaks and burgers, and I have some who don't like steak, they like burgers, so I'm going to do some burgers, and we're going to have some steaks that I have saved from the cow we bought, and I'm going to make a nice salad to go along, and I really wanted to have baked potatoes, and so that's what I think we're going to do for dinner tomorrow night, but who knows, I'll see you then. Okay guys, it is Valentine's Day, February 14th. And because I can't bake potatoes in my oven, I am gonna, for the first time, try to do this in the Instapot. I have baked potatoes in a crock pot before. They make really great baked potatoes, but I've not tried the Instapot. So what you do is you put a cup of cold water in, you put your trivet in, and then you want to make sure you scrub your potatoes. They want to be similar in size. I got 5 in here. I scrubbed them really well, and then you want to make sure you pierce them so they don't explode. And then we're just going to put our top on. Yep, that's the hardest part, getting the top on this thing, but I think I figured it out now. We're going to cook them on high pressure for 16 minutes. And you're going to let them, actually I'm going to do 18 minutes, because these, I'm saying these are large, and you want it to naturally release. So you don't want to do the quick release. So I'm going to get these going, and I'll show you how they turn out, because this is what's for dinner. We're having a salad. I have steaks marinating, and I'm also doing burgers because I have a fella who does not like steak. He prefers a burger. So because it's Valentine's Day, we're doing both. And we will clearly have leftover. And yeah, I ended up, because when you get your beef from like buying a share of a cow, your ribeyes come with the bone attached and all that. It has a lot of the fat. I trimmed that. I kind of mutilated it a little bit, but that's okay. And I took the bones off because I want to use that to make beef bone broth with my other beef bones that I got. I'm going to roast those, and then I'll make a really nice rich bone broth is the plan. So there were 2 T-bone steaks, and then there were 2 ribeyes. And you can see I've got a few of these extra pieces of meat, but that's okay. It all goes the same place. And your stomach, and then we're gonna have a nice salad that goes with it. Hey guys, Brandy here at Sewing Back, and I am working on dinner tonight. And I've been reading a lot about nut seed oils and just how they are very inflammatory and not good for you. And so I have been going through things on my shelf. Y'all know I've been doing this pantry challenge, trying to use up things, and I'm trying to be a good steward with what I have. I definitely have some of those oils on my shelf that I thought were okay because they weren't like vegetable or soy. I was using sunflower oil, like an organic sunflower oil, safflower oil, and no, they're not good for you. And I was so happy because I'm also trying to use up things I bought from the store like in 2020. And this ragu is a marinara. It's sugar-free. And guess what? It does not use nut seed oils. It uses olive oil, which is really heart healthy. And I was so happy to see that it does not have any kind of artificial sweeteners. They use sweet potato. They use sweet potato in it to help sweeten up the sauce. I thought that was fabulous. And while I think it's great to grow your own and you know, do things from scratch, you know, sometimes it's nice to have these things on the shelf for a busy school night or after work you're tired, but you want to cook dinner yourself. And this one uses olive oil. So kudos to ragu. Alrighty guys, it is Wednesday, February 15th, hump day, and for dinner tonight, we are doing a pork sausage with mushroom, sugar-free ragu marinara that uses olive oil, not nut seed oils, which kudos to them for that, with some whole wheat einkorn linguine. I'm waiting for my water to boil, and y'all know my other son, he likes his dish, and even though the oven, I can't bake it, this is all cooked, so all I have to do is just put this under the broiler to melt the cheese. It'll take a couple minutes, and when he gets home, I'll do that for him. so that it's nice and hot coming out of the oven. And we have leftover salad that I made last night for dinner, for our Valentine's dinner. And that's what's for dinner tonight. Tomorrow night we're gonna do chili. So I will see you then. Bye. Hi guys, it is February 16th. It's a Thursday night and I am making chili tonight. We have our bag of pre-cooked ground turkey meat. We did this back on 1/5 of this year, and when we did all of our taco meat, we reserved some of it for turkey chili. And so it has the onions and peppers in it. This is fully cooked, so this is going to make for a very quick meal. I want to go ahead and get my spices in. So we need to put half of a teaspoon of salt. Now if you, again, y'all know how I am about salt. People can add what they like, you can't take it away. Alright, so we've got our salt. We're going to put some onion powder, and that is going to be 1 tablespoon. I hate these things. Why do they put them on? I hate them. And then I hate how it sticks. So we're going to put our 1 tablespoon of onion powder. And I'm not putting that stupid thing back on. I don't like them. Alright, then we're going to put 2 tablespoons of cumin. Let me get all that onion powder out. I don't want to mix them. 1, 2. Then we're going to put of chili powder. We're going to do 3 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3. A little bit more because I didn't have a full one. Alright, so we've got all those in there. The next thing is brown sugar. You need a tablespoon of brown sugar. Alright, and then we need of garlic. We need, because this one doesn't have I'm going to do a heaping tablespoon, and I'm going to do 1.5. It calls for 4 cloves. I guess that's good enough. Alright. So we got that. So now we're going to pour in, this was just homegrown tomatoes I canned. I blended up because the boys don't want chunky. They want it to be kind of smooth chili. They don't want the big chunks of tomatoes. So I just put it in the Vitamix and pulverize it. Then, don't really love Mrs. Wage's salsa as it is to eat. To me, it's not very flavorful. I don't remember if this was mild. I know they have like mild, medium, and stuff like that. I don't remember what this one was, and I didn't label it. But what I have found I love it for is chili. And so this is kind of, I kind of view this as like Rotel. And I like it, and I will probably make it again next year, and I'll put Rotel on it. Alright, so now I'm going to add pinto beans. Okay, just a can. These are cans I had on my shelf. I drained them, and then another can of pinto beans. And then I like to add 1 can of kidney beans. That's a good protein there. And then something I discovered that they liked. Of course, it was fresh corn. I don't have fresh corn, so I'm doing a fire roasted corn, and I'm putting it in it. And I gotta stir it all up. You just want to incorporate it. And there's one more thing you put in here, and so this is kind of a really hearty chili. We usually do like tortilla chips with it, or you could do Fritos if you wanted to, but we usually do the tortilla chips, and I usually have like queso or something, and I always have like fresh avocado we can slice on top, and cheese and sour cream. All right, so I bought this little salsa, and it's mild. It doesn't have a lot of flavor, so it's going in here. Because it'll be great to put into this, but not so great to eat with chips. It was just kind of bland. And so the last thing that you really have to add to it, and I think it helps thicken it up. I'm going to turn it on because you just got to heat it up. Everything's really cooked. You're just heating it through. Is you're going to put 1 teaspoon of baking soda. The humidity here, it clumps up, so that's why I do it like that. But this is what helps. I think it helps it thicken up. I don't know. That's what I noticed when I put it in, as it seems a little thicker. So if you know why, this is a recipe I've been using for a very long time. It doesn't even have where it came from, and I get very upset every time I misplace it. And so it's done. It just has to heat through. I will say, if you use canned tomatoes, not homegrown ones, it's a little darker, the red. I used, in this jar, it had a lot of yellow tomatoes that I canned, so it's a little lighter, but that's why. But it tastes the same. I am going to add I'm going to add just a smidgen of pepper flake. Give it a little kick. And this pepper I keep telling y'all I like. And like I said, you can always add salt to it. I did not add salt to my tomatoes when I canned them. The Mrs. Wages probably has some salt because it was a mix. So, like I said, you can always add salt to it. But that's it. Because I had pre-cooked that meat, it just has to heat up. And dinner's done. And it will be delicious. And nutritious. And I have done it before. I can't do it right now. Because my oven is not, the new one's not hooked up yet. As I have made a Mexican cornbread that goes with it. It's really good. So, but anyway, that's what's for dinner tonight. And I will see you, I won't see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we are not cooking. We have a basketball banquet and our meal is being provided for us. So we won't have a meal tomorrow. I will see you Saturday night. And I don't remember what's on the menu, so we'll see you then. Bye. Hey guys, it is Saturday, February 18th. I have beef stew in my pressure cooker. I had turned this on a little late today on the slow cooker on high, thinking it would be done. We were going for a late hike, and I came home and the potatoes weren't totally done, and I just decided to put it on the Instapot. I reduced the time that I normally would do it on the Instapot function, and so I'm just doing the quick release now because it's done. Once that calms down. And I came home and I am doing some Johnny cakes, and they are almost done because I can't make cornbread, and I really love cornbread with my beef stew. I actually have a video already on this. This is why I didn't film me making it. I will link it in the description, and I'll put it in the cards so that if you're interested, this is a really great beef stew because it's gluten-free, and so if that's an issue in your family, or if you're cooking something where you might be feeding someone who has that, it is a great recipe. It's very tasty, and you can make the gluten-free cornbread just by doing straight up cornmeal. I mill my cornmeal, but you can buy cornmeal that's just straight up cornmeal and you just don't put any flour. And you would make it with your soda, baking powder, some salt, egg, and some oil. And yeah, and it's really tasty. And so you could have a totally gluten-free meal if that's something that you need to do. And if not, it's still a really delicious, healthy beef stew. So I know what I forgot to put in there. I gotta go get the peas. I should have put them in. So I'm gonna go get the peas so I can get that in. My hubby went to pick up one boy from work. The other one should be leaving now. So this is what's for dinner. I will see you. I think we have one more, maybe about, what is today? Yeah, about 10 more days. 10 more days of the pantry challenge. So I will see you tomorrow. Or if this is, yeah, tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.